Um, you guys don't like me, I think, Ria and company, right? I'm sorry, I don't want to embarrass anybody, but if you can just really come forward, I'll quickly finish, you know? I just want to share something something very special that my mom told me once when I was first sent to boarding school. You know, I went to boarding school when I was just a 6th grader. I don't know how many sixth graders here. Anybody from 6th grade? Just one? Yeah, so probably I was 12 years old, and I went to my boarding school. It was not a pleasant experience. I'm not trying to tell this to scare anybody, but you know, my mom told me a story that really touched my life, and I just want to share that on. I want to pass that on to all the kids out here. And you know, I don't know if you've been here before when I spoke to any of you during Halloween. Anybody attended any of the Halloween sessions? You know, I'm very good in asking you questions, so please, you need to listen to me, and I'm going to ask you questions. What did I say? Okay? Because I don't want anybody sleeping here. No. Okay. My mom told me the story about a codfish. How many of you know what a codfish is, or probably your mom cooks it at home? Anybody? Somebody I think might not like fish at all. But anyways, you know, codfish is very famous in the northeast region of America. Where? Where is it famous in? Where do we live in? We're living in the northeast part of America, right? So why? Because the water in this part of the Atlantic Ocean, right, is very good for this kind of a fish, and so that a lot of fishermen who actually fish, they find a lot of codfish. Yes, makes sense. So there was a time where, you know, people from the west, you know, the west part of the US. Anybody can name any west state in US? California. Okay. I'm not here to teach you geography, but you know, I just want to know if you know you understand whether you know there is east and there is west, and we live in the east. I just want to make that simple to you. So yes, so a lot of people from, let's say, California wanted to have codfish, and so they decided, you know, how are we going to get codfish? Because people from California, you know, they don't get codfish. So if they have to get codfish, who has to send them codfish? Who has to send them codfish? Hello? The northeast, yes. So if ever California has to get codfish, the northeast has to send them codfish. But here is a problem. Okay? Codfish, if ever frozen, okay, it becomes stale, it becomes mushy, and it doesn't taste good. Anybody likes to eat such kind of food that doesn't taste good? Yes? I remember telling my mom, what is this? I cannot eat it. I'm not encouraging you to go home and tell your mom, you know, mom, please cook something better. You know, of course, you might have such situations where you might have told your mom that. But yes, codfish when sent over, you know, if you do not know, it probably takes 6 hours by an aeroplane to get to California. How many? 6 hours. Okay? And probably, I don't know how long if it has to go by a road. Right? Probably, let's say, 2 weeks. Yes? Wow, 2 weeks. I see the little girl telling, ooh, wow, 2 weeks. Thanks for that expression. I hope you understood it. So 2 weeks to just take the codfish. So what will happen to the codfish? It's going to get bad. You know, it gets stale. It won't taste good. And as all of you told me, nobody wants to eat non-tasty food, right? So what they decided was, they said, let's call upon people who can come up with an idea, with a solution, how we are going to transport this fish, right, to California. So people came up, you know, and they started to think and started to decide. You know, I just wanted to throw it up because I know tomorrow you guys are going to go, you know, you guys are all very smart kids. right? Can you come up, just think, how would you transport the fish? What do you think you would do to transport that fish? No?
Spaceship.
Oh, you would use a spaceship. Okay, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Probably why he thought that, because a spaceship travels faster than a
Plane.
aeroplane. So I'm not going to tell him that, no, what your idea was, no. Nice. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Train.
Probably a train. Okay, good idea. Probably a train is faster than, going by road. Okay, good idea, Shita. A boat. Okay. Sorry?
Because boats go to the ocean and just shore up
We have a great idea here.
Oh, you can give them water. Look at this brilliant idea. How old are you? What's your name? Joshua. Oh wow. I'm Joshua too, by the way. Okay. So look at this idea. He says, I probably will take it by boat. Can you repeat? It's really nice. Go ahead.
Because just in case the fish are unhealthy, I could always put it back in the water, so then when it's healthier, I can eat it again.
Amazing. Amazing. How old are you? 9 years. So what grade are you in? 4th grade. Amazing. Anybody else?
We put it in an aquarium.
Okay, that's really nice. That's a good idea. Fantastic idea. I think that's what they did. Of course, they put it in an aquarium, but a catfish, right, just by itself, a codfish just by itself, right, it will just, by itself, it will be like, just stagnant and it will, just go around, but it still, it's going to cost them a lot of money, cost them a lot of, whatever. But really, I appreciate all your answers, but here is the answer. Would you want to know how they did it?
Yes.
Yes, are you listening to me? Do you want to know how they did it? You don't want to know how they did it? You know what they did? They put a catfish in the with the codfish in an aquarium. Why? Can anyone tell me why they put a catfish? Oh, he has a friend? Oh, thank you, Anna. Can you clap for Anna? Actually, the catfish and the codfish are not friends. They're enemies. And what do enemies do? They fight. So when they fight, what's happening in there? They're running each other. One is chasing the other, and what's happening to the fish? The fish is actually doing exercise. It's going to the gym. This way the fish is building muscle and the fish is healthy. I'm just joking, but that is the reality. In life, we'll have trouble. We'll have situations where, we'll be like, oh, life is so boring. I have nothing to do. I have no other situation. I have no other problem. What do? I don't have friends here. I'm all by myself. I feel alone. I feel where I'm put in a situation where, I'm so bored in life. What do? I don't have video games. I don't have friends. I don't have situations. But, there are going to be situations in our lives where there may be somebody like that catfish who will chase you, who will ask you, who will give you a competition in your school, who will be there, just to make you stronger. Can you shout a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Can you shout a hallelujah? Yeah? So I just want to leave the story with you and, encourage you that no matter what you go through, if whatever scenario you are put in, I just want to leave you with an assurance that Christ is going to be with you and He's going to help you. Hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Uncle, you want to sing another song?
Up here.
Yeah.